Guys, gals, and fellow gender non-conforming pals, welcome back. I am C28, and I just started a new class. Just started, or finished the very first lecture and lab of audio workstations. Let's get into what we did. So, audio workstations is a class. It's all about using ProTools. It's understanding the workflow of it. I'm not sure why it's not just called ProTools, but perhaps we'll go deeper into more specifics about audio workstations in general. I just use the word specifics in general in the same sentence to describe the same thing. There's a name for that. I think it's called an oxymoron. But we're going through and understanding the purpose of ProTools, why the workflow is preferred for industry professionals, and oh my goodness, let me tell you, some features are awesome in it. Just today in lab, learning the workflow of certain parameters of ProTools. Absolutely love it. Like, there's this one feature. What's it called? Here, I'm going to pull up my assignment. Fast forward. And we're back. So, I got the project. The feature is called Spot, and I absolutely love it. It is ridiculous. Spot lets you grab audio files and type in the time code you want it to be placed at. But if you press Option and then type it in, you can place a copy wherever you want. Like if you've got all the certain sections that you need something placed at, but you haven't recorded it yet, written down, and you need to place something, how quick it is to type in numbers and use the keyboard to do stuff instead of drag, drop, drag, drop, drag. It's so fast. It is ridiculously fast. And other features, so grid mode, by default, Logic has smart mode for your dragging and whatnot. Smart mode's good. It's a decent job. Does actually a pretty good job. But not as good as grid. Grid mode lets you set the parameters of which you want to move the audio to. And unlike Logic, which offsets it by the grid value, this locks it to the grid value. So the start of your region, your audio region, will begin at the audio value of that tick. So that 8th note, that 16th note, there. It's not going to move it by a 16th note. It'll put it to the 16th note, which is great if you use Spot, because you can drag it into the track, type in where you want it to be, it's gonna be there. Perfect. Or you can use Grid and do the same. But yeah, miles better than Logic, just for that. Also got Shuffle, which lets you back to back to back to back to back, drag files in, and they automatically snap to the next one. That's cool. Some other features as well that I'm not aware of. This is my first day using ProTools. I've opened it once, noped out, and didn't open it since. Now I've actually used it. You can see I've got some stuff in here. I'm actually learning how this thing works. So that's cool. Yeah. Let's see. Can I get any of the audio out of here? I'm not sure. It doesn't really matter anyway, because I'm not talking about the audio. It's not the audio that I worked on. It's more of understanding the workflow of ProTools. So yeah, the project was like, we had individual audio tracks, and we had to drag them in, and then we had to place them in different areas, consolidate that area as a pattern, and then paste that pattern several places, using different stereo tracks, pulling from clips, which clips is a pretty fun area. We went over in lecture the differences between files that are saved in your project and files that are saved on your drive. Basically, if it's bolded, it's in your drive. If it's not bolded, it's in your project. That will be useful for different workflow things later. But understanding something as simple as that is like, why is this bold and this isn't? Oh, this is in your drive, this is not in your drive. Technically they're all in the drive, but just one is in the project further. Whenever renaming things, actually, let's just type in my lecture notes. Honestly, that's going to give me the best stuff. Yeah. And then generally going over the class as well. Class as a whole of what you expect test-wise, all that fun stuff. But let's see, what other fun info is there that I can share with you? Oh, yes. So in this class, you get the opportunity to run 2 ProTools certifications. You can get what's called operator level certified. So there's the 101 test, which is kind of an assessment to see, are you ready to take the 110 test, which is the assessment. Is the test itself, the operator test. Certification, not test, certification. And later in the program, you get the chance to take the other 2, which get you professionally certified. And that gets certified through a blockchain, kind of like crypto, which gets tied to your account. So you can prove to people you are Pro Tools certified and charge a little bit more money for it, isn't it? Isn't that cool? But yeah, that's super fun. I just realized I summed up the entire thing in what, like, I'm not going to bother to look at what the time is, but not a lot of time. So, I guess off of Full Sail stuff, what else I got? Well, Lost Melodies and Love Timbers Volume 2 is certainly still under development. In development, being developed. Mastered and mixed is the better term, not in that order. I think I want to work on Celestial Waltz a little bit more. I haven't recorded all of the vocoding tracks. What is it called? Someone tell me. What is it called? God, I feel stupid. Talkbox. Wow. It's called Rendezvous, I think, or Press-Review, when your brain tries to help you remember the word of the thing by getting rid of similar things, including the thing you're trying to search for.
Hey, Vsauce, Michael here, and today, as Press-Review, or tip of the tongue.
Damn it, brain. But, yes, Talkbox, and you record more Talkbox locals for that. So, that's about it. Yeah. Luckily, these classes end a little bit earlier, so because I'm in the earlier lab group, my school day ends earlier, so I can get out and enjoy the city, which I'm going to be doing now that I have the time to do it, and I can shoot this video and get my happy self out of here. So, yeah. If you got any questions or comments, future video ideas, leave them in the comment section below. I'll put them here, or hide behind them. Yeah. And as always, hope you all take care of yourself. God be with you, and goodbye, YouTube.